Righto guys, just a quick one this morning. It's been about 5 days since the last video, and I was in here a little bit concerned about what I had as far as queens go. If any were off on their mating flights, they should be back by now. So hopefully I'll either find a couple of queens or a bit of evidence of queens, and we can make up our mind from there as to what's actually happening and if we need to do anything. Realistically, if there are no queens, apart from the one in the green hive, there's probably not a lot I can do. Unless I want to go and buy a queen from somewhere, or buy a whole nother colony, which is not what I really wanted to do, but you know. So all I'm going to do is I'll have a look over the frames for the queen. If I can't find a queen, I'll look for eggs. If I can't find either, I'll probably assume that there is nothing in here. And we'll try, there is a queen there, she has returned. So I had seen her a day or so before I did the last video. So she has returned. I'm pretty happy with that. So I don't need to know any more than that. I'm happy to let them do their thing in there for a while now. So my split into the yellow hive has worked. Sweet as. Next we'll spin around. And I'll try to get straight into the brood end. Actually this one, I will have a quick look for a queen. I probably won't find a queen, is my guess. Because I don't think they had a queen, and so 4 or 5 days ago I took a bar that had young eggs and larvae on it from the green hive and put it over here. If I'm correct that they didn't have a queen, what I would expect to find would be a queen cell. They're still building out comb, which means they're still bringing in nectar, which is good. Nectar flow just doesn't seem to have stopped this year, which is really good. There's no eggs in anything. Alright, so I can't see any evidence of anything in here again. Alright, so we'll just leave them as they are for now. We'll jump over and have a look in the green hive quickly, which I'm pretty sure they are okay. If anyone's looking at buying a GoPro for this sort of thing, mate, don't even bother. The amount of times this thing freezes, pull the battery out to reset it, and then it overheats when you try and record 20 minutes of footage on it. There might be a good action camera, but geez, they suck for this sort of thing. And we're away. For how long? Nobody knows. I might just quickly go through this hole. It's a lot easier if you attack it from the honey end. That's all honey and bloody hive beetles. Now you can see the beetles, little black beetles, small hive beetles. The bees generally do a pretty good job of looking after the hive beetles. They'll herd them up into a corner in the hive and actually wax them into a little cell, put them in jail, so to speak. But when the colony's not super strong, the hive beetles can get a little bit more of a problem. So far we've found just getting them out and squashing them keeps them under control. There are quite a few in here today, probably because oh, asshole. Probably because these guys aren't all that strong at the moment, so the hive beetles are making the most of it. And you can see there's not a lot of bees on these bars, which means they can't patrol for pests as well as they should be able to. Tons of pollen in these. Whoa, pollen, pollen, pollen. There's a stack of worker brood, capped worker brood, and eggs in some of the cells, so pretty confident again that old Queenie's in here somewhere. Heap of worker brood on that one, and a queen on that side. Hopefully that'll catch that one. Very good. Alright, packing back up. So these guys sort of need to be left to just rebuild in numbers now. They've got a lot of bars of comb built out, and all of them have got honey to some degree and pollen stores. And if they don't have the numbers to cover those pests, you can see how they build up quite quickly. There's quite a few hive beetles in here, but if we just allow them now to expand, they've still got a good nectar flow coming in. As long as that continues, the queen will just keep laying more and more eggs, and she'll build the numbers up again. Yeah, and they should be back to where they were in no time, which will be good to see. Righto, it's just that Langstroth hive now. We'll go and have a look at them. They should have been at a stage where they should have a queen. I'm hoping, just like the split in the yellow hive, I'm hoping that she was off on a mating flight and she's now come back. That would be the ideal result. But yeah, we'll see when we get over there, I guess. We'll give them a little bit of smoke just to calm them down a little bit, but they don't really need it. These guys are pretty quiet. Straight up, these guys are not doing what they're meant to be doing. They've started building a second row of comb on that bar. I mean, it's good that they're building, means there's nectar coming in, but makes it impossible to search for a queen. And I sort of don't want to damage any of their comb right now because they are just trying to establish themselves, so I mean, there's no eggs in that comb. There's no real stores in that comb as yet. I could probably remove it without hurting too much, but there's a lot of effort that's gone into making that comb. To make the wax, to make that comb, they just burn a huge amount of energy. I think it's something like 10 teaspoons of honey, energy-wise, goes into building a teaspoon of wax. It's like crazy. Have a quick look at the other frame and see what it's doing. But I don't like what they're doing there building-wise. It's all nectar and pollen. Nectar, honey. So there's no eggs or anything on that one. Alright. So same as the last one, we'll leave this one. Can't find any evidence of a queen. I can't find any evidence of a queen. I'm not going to weaken any of my other hives anymore to try and get them a queen. So I will leave them a week, maybe 4 or 5 days, whatever. We'll come back and we will have another look in there, see what they're doing. Even if it's only to try and keep them building that comb straight on those frames, because eventually we need to transition them to the Langstroth frames. We need to keep an eye on them for that. But yeah, no queen. So yeah, all in all, at least I've got 2 colonies. That split in the yellow hive's got a queen now. The main yellow colony, I don't think they have anything. The green colony definitely has a queen. So I'm happy that I've got 2 colonies, which is where I was when I started anyway. So there's no real, I haven't really gone backwards, but I haven't gone forwards either. So we'll just have to let those 2 colonies build up again and go from there. I was hoping to have all these boxes full of bees, but you know, it is what it is, eh? Righto, we'll check back in a week and we're probably going to be in much the same place, but might be able to work out a plan going forward. That split in the yellow hive is going to have to be given more room or shifted, probably into a laying box. Yeah, something will have to happen with that because I can't have 2 full-size colonies in that box. Righto, that's it. I'm happy. Bees are happy. See you next time.